Hi everybody, today is Friday, May 8th. I have not vlogged since last Sunday. Um, did not feel good even when I vlogged Sunday, and Monday and Tuesday were even worse. So my math got unlocked last Saturday, and I decided Sunday it was in 3 parts, 3 chapters, 3 parts. Um, so Sunday I did the first part, it took me about 2 hours. Then Monday I did the second part. It took me about an hour. I ended up getting a 73.50 on the first part and a 63.33 on the second part. I'm still in the process of doing the third part. You had to make a list of at least 20 items. So you could have did debit transactions only, personal checks only, which is what I did, physical personal checks only. You could have measured all your seasonings in your kitchen to see what length they were. It has to be a number. You could have did voice messages. How long are 20 of your voice messages for continuous data? So I got the list done. It took me an hour just to do the list because you had to do your list in table format using the Word or Excel. So you know how to make it, make sure I have all the boxes, make sure they were all even, design it the way I wanted it. I color coded it, nice deep green and light, so it'd be deep green, white, light green, white. I made things bold. I underlined some things. Some things will pop more than others. Information I want people to notice, which would be my teacher noticing. Now, the third part, after you do that, there's 11 things total you have to do. I don't know if anybody knows about statistics, but I have to go ahead and find out of these 20 numbers, which would be the numbers I did is the amounts that I spent. So I have to put these numbers in. I do it by using the calculator, scientific calculator, to find the z-score. So it's called the 5-number z-score, and it will give you the top 5 numbers by doing whatever it does. So that's like one of the questions. But not only do you have to give the answer to it, you have to tell the teacher how you did it. So if you use Excel, you have to actually save that so that he can highlight it and see what formula you put in. If you did it on paper, you have to show that. If you use the calculator, you have to actually put, I put this number and hit plus and all that crazy stuff. Then we have to put in a pie chart. We have to make bar graph. We have to make what's called a stem and leaf graph. That's using numbers. And if you print it out and turn it sideways, you will see a bar graph. So the first thing he wants you to do is the bar graph first. And then you do your stem and leaf. This way he can turn it sideways and see if they match, to see if you did it properly. I caught on to that one. We have to do a dotty one, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to, so I might lose 10 points on that. But in total, there's 11 things I have to do for the physical exam that's due by Monday night through email. And then it's a point system, which still doesn't make sense to me. So the first part he said was going to be 80 points. So I go and I do it, and it was 13 questions, I believe. But like one of the questions actually have 10 different answers. Another one had 6 different answers. So I'm not understanding the point system. But out of what the web said, 47 points, I got 35. Now I get an extra 5 because I did the extra question, which was making 3 different tables or graphs. So he knows I already know how to do that. So that would bring me up to a 40 out of 47. But he said it's going to be worth 80 points. But he has to put that grade in himself. So I'm not sure if it's still a 74.5 or not. And the other one where I got a 63 was a total of 45 points. And I ended up with 28.5. So, ankles. So again, I'm not quite sure how the point systems work with, it's very unusual how colleges do grades. But other than that, the past 2 weeks, I've gotten 500s. He actually asked me because I was confused about what he wanted us to hand in. I thought we had to make something extra, and he's like, "No, I just need to see you work." Like, why couldn't you just say that? Why are you like, "Oh, I do need your table"? You're asking us to make like 4 different graphs and to explain all of our answers either by showing physical work or by explaining the steps that we did. I think we all know we have to hand in the work. He made everybody was asked, like, very confused about what he wanted us to do, like what to hand in. So yeah. So he did say it was good that I started early. Because this was Tuesday, I was trying to figure out what he wanted. I figured out Tuesday what he wanted, but Wednesday was not feeling good. And yesterday I slept on and off in the chair. But at 11, I started to do my discussion for my science class for environmental issues. So I got that done, and that took me almost 4 hours to do. And then I did my 2 mandatory replies, but I always try to do at least 1 extra. It just depends. If everybody's talking about the same topic, there's only so much feedback I can give on the same exact topic. So far, 3 people have done out of 6 topics you could choose from. 3 people out of 10 have already chosen the GMO topic. And, you know, I do know a little bit about it, so I just picked 1 person. I went from the bottom, because the bottom is the first people who post. And I did the first 2 bottom people. And I'll try to do, like, 1 more. I did factory farming. And we had to find at least 1 source that was a pro and 1 source that was a con. And then give our personal opinion. So I ended up, it's a 1.5 pages long on Word. I always do my work on Word. Then when it's a posting, I copy and paste it. And then I have this extra software. It's a plugin or an add-on on Firefox that is free. And it will actually check your grammar to make sure it makes sense. And then it just corrects whatever needs to be corrected for me. But when I do my assignments, I can't do that. So I get a lower score on my assignments. So, like, my first one, I got an 88. I turned it in late, so I did lose points on that. It was, like, 12 hours late. And then my second one, I turned in on time, and I got a 77. And one of the problems I had with APA formatting is that my Word that I get from my college does not update properly. So it's not updating like it's supposed to, and it's still a couple years behind. So the formatting is a little off. And apparently I don't know how to do proper citations in my writings. I have been told that. But being told that and being actually told how to do it is totally different. So I have to learn how to do it properly so I stop losing points on it. But again, it's like a point system. It's, well, 5 points is the best you can get, and there's 4 topics. I'm like, well, These are points, like, how do you get 77 from, like, oh, well, 5 points for this, and 3 for that, 4 for this, and 2 for this? I just never understand how the system for grading works in college. So far I've done schoolwork 3 times this week, and that's counting from starting from Sunday, not anything I started early from last week. And I've done 7 hours of work. I have to do my assignment, which will probably take me 2 hours to do. And I have to, like I said, finish that math. That's the third part of the math exam, which more than likely will take me a good 5 hours. Because I don't know if anybody's ever made a table, a pie graph, if anybody knows what a stem and leaf graph is, but this is time consuming just to create them, and then you have to put your data into them. So, and if you're off on one number, you're off on your whole answer. Everything that you did is you have to be very, very careful with this kind of stuff. So, I don't know if I'm going to start it today or if I'll just work on the math Saturday and Sunday when my husband's not here. And Monday I can always do the assignment. That's how I was doing it in my other environmental class, is that I would try to get the posting up before Friday. And then Sunday, Monday, I usually worked on whatever assignment it was. So I know we have to do like efficiency, can't pronounce that word properly, of food, like food source. But I haven't really gone into it to see exactly what she wants us to do. So hopefully it's not too long. You always have to write it as an essay form. She wants citations, so she wants you to word for word kind of copy and paste something. It could be from videos, from your reading, your research that you did on your own. She doesn't want you to use any .com sites. She wants you to use the ones that more than likely are reliable. So they would say .org, .edu, .gov, things of that nature. So, I don't know. There's just 2 more things to do, so who knows, maybe I'll take a little nap today and then be up like I was last night. Just whenever I have energy, I just go ahead and I knock out as much work as I possibly can, because I never know how I'm going to feel. And I have my letter for financial aid for my reward. So I have 3 semesters, 6 more classes. I cut back, so I'm going to do 2 classes per semester instead of 2 in the fall, 2 in the spring. Sorry, 3 in the fall, 3 in the spring, and 2 in the summer. Because I have to take, the rest of the stuff is all science, chemistry, physics, things of that nature. This is my last math class ever. Finally, 5 of them. 3 of them went with CCV, my associates, and the other 2 is going towards my bachelor's. So when I go to the 4-year college, September 2019, I will not have to take another math class unless I choose to, which I'm not. I think what I'm doing now is as far as I want to go with it. So that's what's going on there. And I've already taken 2 environmental, this one I'm taking now, and the one I took last semester for environmental classes go towards the 4-year college also, and my introduction to bio went towards that. These were not requirements for CCV. These were my electives that I was able to take. So I've already knocked 5 classes off the playing field for when I go to the 4-year college. That's basically 1 semester less. So what I'm planning on doing Monday when I go to meet the new guidance counselor is I'm going to ask her, I have 1 more elective I can take I'm going to figure out what elective I can take that will go towards my bachelor's. So anything that extra I can take to help me move along quicker is what I'm going to do. I have another, it's considered a science English class. A lot of research in that one. So I don't know if there's any other classes that I have to take that will prepare me for it. Or if, like, after this class, I'm supposed to know what I'm doing, you know. So that's going on there. So right now in my science class, after week 2 grades were put in, I have a 93. And week 2, after my grades was put in, including the 2-part exam, I have an 83 in the math class right now. So probably going to have a hard time with the exams no matter what. There's 2 more. The test that we took, week 2, we took a test. I actually got 85. So the tests are a little bit easier, the questions that to prepare you for the exam. And the exam the questions are more intense. So the hands-on one, I'm probably not going to do very well in no matter what. Because I have to somehow show my work. I'm using a calculator. How do you want me to show that? Takes pictures of it every time I press a number. I mean, I can verbally say, well, I pressed the 2 and then I divided and then I moved over the decimal two spots and boom, there's your answer. But yeah, that makes it kind of difficult. But if I do good on 2 parts and I do one, I'm bad on another one, you know, it is what it is. As long as I can do good for the posting every week and get 100 in that, and at least get 80s on the quizzes. The only time we don't have a quiz is when we have an exam. We do have a final exam too that puts everything together. And then we have a project that we have to do, but he hasn't told us what it is. Just gonna have it. So I'm sure we're gonna have to utilize something or have to do something with numbers, so I should do fairly well on that. Other than being tired, I thought I went to bed at 3. Apparently, from the posting of Diamond Dash Cell game I posted, I went to bed closer to 4. And I was up at 7:30 because my husband had to take the truck in. And I wanted to make sure he was up. He forgets to set his alarm, guys. So, yeah, tired. Very tired. I think I'm going to go through my Pokemon deck because my brother gave me some free boosters and my husband got me a couple boosters. So I'm going to go through them and add and subtract from my deck. Then maybe me and my husband will play because he doesn't like to learn how to play these games on the internet. So for Pokemon, I have Sun and Moon. And I have another deck, Pokemon Thunder, Fire, or something, Spark, Fire, or something like that. It's a Pikachu deck. So you can go on the internet and they give you a card that has a code. You put it in and you physically get every single card digitally. So you can mix and match your decks. You can play against real people. You can play against a computer. Just in understanding how the cards work. You get points and stuff if you win. You can get new digital cards. You can just see what the new ones look like and which ones you like better and you don't. So I have that. I play from time to time when I get bored or I can't sleep or something, can't concentrate enough to sit down and play a game. You know, people don't realize having dyslexia. I have 3 different forms. I have audio, visual, and written expression disorder. That my brain gets very tired very quickly, especially if I don't sleep well. You know, I slept for 2 days to catch up on 4 days of not sleeping to only having about 3 hours of sleep last night. If people wonder why, I'm always breaking like plans because I never know how I'm going to feel. So it's kind of hard to make plans. And I probably haven't left the house in like 9 days. Just trying to keep up on my schoolwork. You know, for the postings, for the math postings, kind of hard to do extra postings because I have no clue what these people are talking about. I'm just doing book. Follow with the videos, and then I didn't know there were Excel videos. It's not mandatory to use Excel for this class, but my teacher would prefer you to use it, and I'm not using it. So when he said, well, how did you get through chapter 2 if you didn't use Excel? I used the calculator you told me about. You suggested it on eBay. That's what I did. Does everything. All the way up to calculus. Does everything. So I'm like, that's how I got through chapter 2. Apparently, I got 100. Teachers. So my allergies are starting to act up. And I figured I'd just go ahead and do a quick vlog because I have not done one in a while. And it's been about 4 or 5 days since I put up a ASMR video. I do have 3 more pre-recorded, so I'll do that. I'll continue to post the videos that I do have pre-recorded. I think I have about 8 more. But I don't know the next time I'm going to be able to have enough energy to sit down and actually play one of these games. It's very hard for me to enjoy a game and want to do it if I'm exhausted. This is my 3rd week, so I have 9 more weeks of class. And I actually get a full month out of class. I go back September 4th. My last day is 13th. So I get 3 weeks off. I get 21 days. Which is a lot better than last semester. But I'm an overachiever, so I probably will start about 5 days early. But during this time, I usually sleep for the first 3 days, like straight through, because I'm so fatigued. And then after that, I can get some recordings in. So that's actually what I did my last vacation, which was only 2 weeks. I ended up recording about 20 videos total. So, State of Decay 2 was one of them. Dead Rising 4 was one of them. And then Mass Effect Andromeda was one of them. With a few just easy games that I like to play, like one that's called Red Rum on Steam. I got it for like 59 cents. And it's about a detective and a little girl who's hospitalized because they think mentally there's something wrong with her, but she just has special ability. So she's helping her brother solve cases that's related to the doctor who's helping her. So I'm on case 4 now. I don't know how long it is, but I've been playing it for quite some time. I think I recorded about 6 hours of it. So 59 cents, you can't go wrong. And from time to time, I'll sit down and just quickly review a cell phone game that I'm really into. And I was quite surprised. In 5 hours, I got 3 views on that. I was like, okay. But the last game that I posted was State of Decay 2. I only had 1 view. But the first 2 videos I were posted of it, I was actually getting 8 to 12 hits. So like I said, I feel it's because everybody, it's nice, it's summer, vacation. They're not really watching YouTube videos like they usually do. So if nobody's really going to watch it, I'm not really going to sit there and record it if I'm not in the mood to play it. These are for entertainment, but also to help people see if they want the game. So you don't want to go spend $50 in a game you don't know you're going to like. Just to see what the graphics, what it's like, how it plays, any glitches. You know, you can't find stuff. If I'm looking for something certain that I want in my game, I will watch other people like the Rad Brad play it. He does more walkthroughs where he will go ahead and, hey, I'm going to show you where all these locations are at. Or secret areas and stuff like that. Secret weapons, armor. And then I watched Chocolate Milk. who she has played other games, but I usually watch her play Harvest Moon games that I don't have the systems on, just to see what happens in the game, because I am a big Harvest Moon fan. I just paid the $53 for Nintendo Switch Special Edition Season Pass or DLCs to the game, even though the DLCs don't come out until sometime this month. Then we should have been a discounted price. I paid in advance. And then I got really mad because I watched somebody do an unboxing, and he's like, yeah, I got the special edition. I got it early, reserved it. Oh, so let me see what I get. And he's like, he's got a plushie. Oh, he's got this nice little journal called the Farmer's Journal made out of leather. He gets a CD of the music in the game that has 23 songs. He got 6 buttons of Harvest Moon characters. What did I get? Just because I paid digitally shouldn't mean nothing. I still paid in advance, and I didn't get a discounted price. And now it's on sale 10% off. They should still, if you're pre-ordering, they should either give you something extra for your gameplay or ask for a P.O. box number or address so they can send you this stuff too. That's not fair. This is the first time they've ever done anything like that. So I'm a little aggravated with that. I've been buying their games right along, pre-ordering, and never got anything. But, hey, is what it is. Ooh, sorry. So I'm still trying to get through that because I was playing the one on the computer, but now I stopped playing that one because this one is supposed to have extra missions and supposed to be different somehow. So, we'll see. So, hope everybody has a great Friday. Don't know if anybody is doing anything. No, I'm not. So, bye everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for watching if you did. Any comments you would like to leave below, don't hesitate. I actually got a couple games off of Jolt that were free that I think I might record. The horror games. They're not very long. They're about 30-40 minutes long. Short, sweet, to the point. And then I got this one game. I have no clue what it is. I think it's a ready game, so I don't know if I'll record it. But I watched Jack play a little bit of it, and he seemed to be really into it. I really can't watch him like I used to, because he's too hyper. But I watched about 15 minutes of it, so try to support whenever I can. I just like calmer people at my age now. Bye, everybody. Thank you for watching.